This conference will now be recorded.
All right. So as we add problem, like if the data is not clean or maybe someone keeps on entering something, we have an option of putting some restrictions on the table that is called constraints. Okay. In the last class, we have seen the practical example of how we can make your table organized so that no one enters a like junk value, or maybe I can tell there's no one, I don't allow anyone to make a room for mistake. As simple as that. Okay, if someone is trying to make a mistake, I will try to put a barrier in front of them, telling that if you're entering this, you're not supposed to enter this because my table is having some restrictions. Okay, so this is something which I have done it. This is something which I've done it, and something which I will be putting some restrictions. The entire concept is known as constraints. Okay, very important. In interview, definitely they're going to ask, what is unique constraint? What is the difference between primary key and foreign key? What is the difference between unique key and primary key? These questions are expected questions if you are going for at a beginner level, like say 2 years 3 years experience you are showcasing as a Power BI developer, but your level of interview will start from SQL. Okay, the first question they are going to ask is how much you rate yourself in SQL, how much you rate yourself in Power BI. Based on your rating, the questions will start. So obviously, if you tell SQL, you will be started. You will be started like questions with the simple questions, and this is how the questions will start. Okay. Now, as I told in the real time, you are not the person who is going to design a table. Okay, you have learned it to crack the interviews, to know the concepts, and in order to get into it. But in the real time there could be a option that there is a SQL developer who will do it for you. In any project, this will be the state. Like if 5 people are there, 6 people are there, one will be a manager, one will be a data architect, and one will be a Power BI developer. That is definitely it's going to be you. And along with that, you'll be having an SQL developer. Always you'll be having an SQL developer as a support person in your team, to load the data, to clean the data, to structure the data, to organize the data. He will be there, but you should also be knowing that. You should also be knowing that. Okay. Now, as I told, let us assume you are not going to create everything, but the data is available. The data is available. Okay. So if the data is available, what type of questions you will get it and how you have to answer it. Okay, if you are even though it's a Power BI developer, sometimes what happens is client keeps on asking you a question. Hey, can you tell me what happened last week? Hey, can you tell me what happened last year? So those type of questions will definitely come, and how can you answer this? Okay, so this is something which we are going to see. Okay, for now what I will do is for now what we will do is we'll go to a fresh page, and we will see which database we are. How to check which database? Select database. Yeah, if I in the select database, I am into one India database, and I want to see how many tables we have created so far. So far in our course, how many tables we have created? So we have created something like customer information without constraints, customer information with constraint, and if you remember, we have one more customer table and phone number. You remember for learning that big int data type. Okay, and we have product information and something we have seen with the what we learned in TCL rollback. So everything, all this table something which we have seen. Okay, now what I will do in this database, okay, so if you go and see here, this is all the database which I have created so far in my desktop. Okay, maybe I'll have maintained a different batch, like one for one batch I've created one database, or maybe one application I have, And this is a complete KSR information, like how many students have been joined, each and every batch student, how many times they are attending, or how many days they have been part of our course, how in like which company they got placed into, when they got placed into, everything maybe I'll be maintaining in KSR SQL, so that I'll be having complete information of what we are coming across. Database is what? Storing data. 5 years back, 6 years back, how many students we have gathered, how many batches we are running, how many courses we are running, who is joining with us, how they are attending it, everything we are storing in database. So like that, we are maintaining a different database. Now we are into one India database. Now what will happen? I want a table which I'm going to work on it. Okay, so if we expand this, you will have table, you will have views, you will have store procedures, you have functions. Okay, so something which you can see here, something which you can see here in the tables, all these tables is nothing but I've created. Rather than seeing here, which is on the left side, I'm running a show table commands, I am seeing it. Okay, now what I will do, this table, I will right click it, there is an option like table data import wizard. Try to understand, there is a option like table data import wizard. Just click that, just click that, and you can import any data to this MySQL. Maybe it is telling
Just
table data.
can you can you go back please to show that one second, please?
On the table option, this is a database. In this we
Yeah.
have a table option. In the table option, right click it, there is an option called table data import wizard. Okay, just click that. If you click that, you will be getting this prompt. It is telling that table data import allows you to easily import CSV file, JSON file. You can also create a destination table on the fly. Okay, without even creating a table, I can make sure I create a structure and I load the data. Okay, so what I'll do is, let us say I'll show you one simple example. I'll go to some data and I'll open some car data. Okay, this file, I will try to understand what is this file. First, I'll try to understand this business first. Okay, so let us say what is this business. So first we'll try to understand this data and we will load it this into a MySQL developer. Okay, so I'll zoom this. Let us say all these are columns. All these are columns. The data, the data is the complete data. If you see, this is one of the data with respect to car showroom. Okay, the business we are dealing with will be car showroom or maybe car dealer. You can call it in a different way. Car dealer you can call it, or car showroom you can call it. Okay, or even you can call it as second hand dealer. You can call it any name. Okay, this is a data, or this is a business is completely working with car dealer. Okay, what happens here is, in this company we have the car name. Like suppose we have Ritz, we have Ciaz, we have Wagoner, we have something like Alto, we have Desire, Swift Desire. So we have many, okay, we have many car names. This is a car name, and which year it was launched. Try to understand. I'm trying to explain a data set which we are going to work for today. We are going to answer some client's question. For that, we have to understand the business. The first thing is, we have a car name, and which the what that car, when it was launched, when it was manufactured, or when it was which model car it is. We tell, right, it was 2014 model car, 15 model car, 16 model car. So this is the model which is of the year. Okay, and If you take this Riyadh, it was launched, or maybe it is a 2014 model, which is available for sale for 3.35 lakhs. This is a dealer, second-hand car dealer. So they're selling the car. What is the price? All the number which you're seeing in the selling price, it is in lakhs. It is in lakhs. So what do you mean by lakhs? 3.35 lakhs, 4.75 lakhs, 7.25 lakhs. Everything is lakhs. Okay, this is actually the selling price of a car. Because it's a second hand, the price has been reduced. Okay, but the same car, today, if you go and purchase a new car with respect to the market with 2021 model, the actual price is going to be this much. Okay, very simple. One car is there. What was the model? What they're currently selling in their showroom. If you go to a second-hand showroom, they will be telling that car is this much price, this is this much price. But if you go and purchase a new car with respect to the same car with respect to this present model, your present will be 5.59 lakhs if you go and purchase as a new car. But if you go and purchase as a second-hand car, it is going to be 3.35 lakhs. Why there is a difference? Obviously, second-hand car. Okay, and if you see here, this car, even though it was launched in 2014, in the 6 years or maybe 7 years, they have driven 27,000 kilometers. The vehicle has been driven 27,000 kilometers. Usually what does Indian people will do is, like maybe I've observed most of them, my friends, relatives, what they do is, when you're purchasing a car, right, they'll not directly purchase a new car. First they will go and purchase a second hand car. Like they will learn as much as possible, like if what if something they scratch somewhere, or maybe they touch some vehicles, everything they will learn from an old car first, then only they will be buying a new car. I've seen most of the people doing this in India. First they want to learn. Though you go to driving school, get all the license, learn it, still people will prefer to buy a second hand car, learn as much as I can. Okay, then you become an expert in driving, then you go and purchase a new car. This is what the people will India follow. When if I want to purchase any second hand car, the first and foremost thing I will say is which model, how many kilometers it has driven. This two things is very important. I will be looking into it before purchasing a model. If it is somewhere 2010-9 model, I will not go into purchase. If it is listed between the last 5 years, last 6 years, definitely I am going to purchase it. That will be the first priority. And the second priority I will give is whether how much kilometers it has been used. Overused car I'm not going to buy. What if I put some 2 lakhs and I buy it, and within 1 month the car goes on, like if it's damage, who will do? For me, loss, right? So basically two things I'll be seeing it. One is a model, one it is a kilometers driven. Obviously there are two types of cars. Maybe we will see how many types are there. One is petrol car, one is diesel car, and one is CNG car. So CNG is basically nothing but the natural gas. So if you see auto, if you see some vehicles, it runs on the gas, right? So it's like old cars which also runs on gas. So three types of fuel type vehicles are there. One with a petrol cars are also available, diesel car also available, and also we have something called CNG which runs on gas. Usually petrol vehicle is like give less sound, like maybe I would say that it is used for personal use. And if you are like a cab driver, or if you are like using for the commercial purpose for your business, taxis, everything runs on your diesel. Okay, that is the difference. So that is nothing but fuel type. And you have a seller type. Either you're coming from a dealer or you're coming individually to purchase my car to my showroom. In small intermediate dealers will be there. Are you coming from a dealer to purchase the car, or you're coming directly? That will tell us whether you are dealer or individual customer. Okay, and what is this transmission? Basically, if you see in like whatever car you take, two types of transmissions is available. One could be an automatic gear driving system or a manual gear driving system, right? There are two type of systems, the transmission systems. So one could be automatic and one could be manual, right? And this is a second hand showroom car. This is a second hand showroom car. So how many owners it had before? That is nothing but this one. Okay, so before come, it is a second hand showroom. So before that, only one guy has purchased it. One guy's purchase means still there is not, still he is the only owner. He is still he is only the owner. He is only owner. Before that, he has not given to anything. Before that, he has not given to anyone. So basically, it's going to be owner equal to 0. Okay, but if you see here, you have one more option like owner equal to 1. So if you click owner equal to 1, this car has gone into one more person. From there it has come here. Basically, I would call it as third hand. Rather than calling second hand, I will call third hand, because if you're coming for third hand, already it was having a owner. First hand to second hand, that guy is already used. The second hand guy is coming to the sales now, is going to sell this car in my showroom. So that is becomes like owner is equal to 1. Okay, so that is what this objective of this column. Okay, so let's forget this column. Let's concentrate on all others. We have car name, we have year, we have selling price, we have a present price, we have kilometers driven, what type of fuel it is. Okay, seller car, dealer car, like what type of transmission, everything it is there. Let us assume SQL developer who is there in my project has already created a table for this. How do you create a table? We have already learned DDL. Okay, how do you write a DDL? Create table, table name, create table, table name, and start giving all these constraints, and start giving all these constraints like whatever your car name and year, selling price, present price, everything will create. Let us assume he has created it, and he has also loaded the data using DML. Insert into, he has done it. Okay, he has done it, everything is done it. But let us assume how you can bring this, how you can bring this data to a MySQL developer without creating anything, without creating a table or without creating a inserting the data. How you can bring it, this is something which we will see it. Okay, so in the real time, assume that the data will be present, the table will be created for you. Okay, the same question I'm going to ask you in Power BI. Power BI, you will be the only person who will be creating some table, charts, visuals. Okay, but here there is a different role person who will create it for you. Okay, so let us assume he has created like this. So table table data import wizard, and go and give the path. Where is the path? Data, and where is the car data? This one I will load it, I will open it. Okay, so basically in my D drive, in my data, I have this I have this file, CSV file. So it is telling I can easily import a CSV file. I will go and click next. I will go and click next. So if you want to use an existing table, you can go it, or if you want to go create a new table, you can always go and create a new table. So if I'm going and creating a new table, I will click next. This is all the data type. This is all the data type, and this is the data, sample data. If you see here, this is this is a data, and when I'm importing it, it is also showing me this is a sample data which you can load it. Okay, I'll go and click next. The moment I click next, it will actually perform two operations. One is a prepare import, and one is a import data file. Whatever data file you are seeing, directly it will be pulled to MySQL. Just go and click next. The complete data has been imported. The complete data has been imported. This is a log message you can see, And if you see here, the complete has been imported. Now I click finish. It is telling, okay, car data was created. It is having 301 records imported. I just go and click finish. Okay, now I'll go and run this show tables. I have to find the table called car data. Where is car data? Just a minute. Yeah, car data is coming here. Here it's not showing which database I am. I'm into 1 DB. If I give show tables, okay, it's not showing here, but it's showing here. It's showing here. Okay, so what we will do, we will go and access this data now. We'll go and access this data. We are going to write our first code. Like we have to access it. We will write select. We will write select star from car data. This is the data I have imported it. I did not create a table DDL. I did not create a DML directly, which I imported it. Now if I see here, this is the data. Table definition has changed. Just give me 1 minute. I think I have to give commit, since I've set that auto commit equal to 0. Okay, now we will see. Yeah. So you remember when you are learning this auto commit, I did an insert. Whenever I'm doing an insert, I'll still not give a commit option. If I give commit option, only then it is going to save in the database. So that is the reason it was not coming. Now if I go and run the select star from car data, this is a data which is available now, coming from this CSV file. Let us assume the table data, everything was already available in the database. Now as a Power BI developer, as a reporting person, you are going to answer client's question. Okay, very simple. The data is already available. The data is already available. If you go and see here, this is a car name, year, selling price, present price, kilometers driven, fuel type, seller type, transmission, and owner. The same thing I have here. Car name, year, selling price, present price, driven, fuel type, and owner. You're having the complete record. This is a query to read complete data. See, all these are very important. Okay, to read the data, you will be running a select code. So select is something which is a DQL, that is a data query language. Star is nothing but everything. Try to understand. Star means everything. Everything. Okay. And which table you are getting? The car data is a table name. So if I just run the select star from car data, I can see the complete record. A, sim a simple requirement. Client will tell, hey, can you show me all the showroom data? You have to go and write select star from table. This is a command. You are going to write it to the MySQL. MySQL is going to prepare everything for you. Okay. Now second code, what I will do is to read data. This time I am going to read selected columns. I'm going to read the data, but this time I am going to read the selected columns. How to do it? First, always start with select star from car data. Select star from car data. Instead of star, you start giving the column names. Which column name you want? I need car name. I need year. I need its selling price, and that's all. I need only 3 columns. Very simple to read data. Read selected columns. Like I want to read the selected columns. Here I gave star. It came everything. It came everything. But here what I'm going to do, I am reading only selected columns. I have to give column name. I have to give column name. I go and select this. I'm getting only this 3. I'm getting only this 3: car name, year, and selling price, because I have given the actual column name. That is the reason I am getting this. In the real time, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 columns are there. 9 columns are there. Okay. If the project which I'm working currently is having 435 columns. 435 columns. This 435 columns, if I put star, it keeps on goes there. I have to keep on seeing this side. It will be going. So what happens in the real time, all this star may not work because it is huge. The number is huge. Instead, what you can do, you can give the selected column names so that you can read the properly. Only important information. So for that informed in
Excuse me, Sanjay.
yes,
In this particular import, how many columns were there? It was 301. It is showing on your select
that
one output.
that is rows. Yes,
Yeah. And now in your, I mean, in the your CSV, how many are there?
301 are there.
301
See,
excluding that one, right? I mean, the header.
uh, 302 is there. Count if you see in the right side bottom of the page. 302. First one is actually a header. So if you leave the header, you will be having 301 records.
Yeah, sure. And the other thing is this particular sheet, the whichever you imported, that is .csv file. Huh?
It is a .csv file. Yes. Microsoft comma separated file. If you go and see the properties, CSV file.
Okay. In this one, when you open this one, this is Excel sheet, right? So as you said yesterday, it will having a limit of how much, that is 10 lakhs something in Excel sheet.
1 million, which is 10 lakhs. Yes.
10 lakhs. So CSV and Excel sheet will have the same approximately 10 lakhs.
Yes. It is going to have 10 lakhs.
So the maximum I can import, that is 10 lakhs through
The
this one.
maximum the maximum you can import is 10 lakhs.
Okay. Okay, fine. And if for any reason, if I want to import more than this one, what is the file extension which we need to use?
Excel will support only 10 lakhs. Okay, not more than that. Okay, but in the real time, what happens if you just like, so for example, you go to Amazon, you create a sign up. You're the first login for the first time. You give a sign up. Okay, it is going to directly enter into an data only. So that is how the web application works.
No,
So
no.
how
For
does the web
example,
mm.
sorry. Go ahead, Sandhu. Sorry.
So what I was telling is the maximum data that can be imported to MySQL, which is from a CSV file, it supports only 1 million. 1 million is 10 lakhs. Okay, but in the real time, data will be dynamically updated, dynamically created. No one is going to sit and no one is going to import it. In the real time, what happens? You go and give a sign up. It will directly go and open a page for you. It will ask your phone number, it will ask your email. The moment you click submit, directly that data will go and insert in the table. That is how the web application will be designed.
Okay, yeah, I totally agree with this one. But the thing that if any give to any thing, if I want to import more than 10 lakhs through an Excel or through some way, what is the another alternative? Because yeah, I understood that if it is a client server system or a web application system, whatever you entered through online, it will go and directly save into the database. But if it is a migration or something, so in that case, how I can import that file? What is the extension I need to use other than the CSV, other than the Excel one?
If you're going to import a record like with respect to MySQL, The option is like you will be able to import only CSV file or maybe the JSON file. Maximum will be 10 lakhs only. If you still want to load it, you have to divide your Excel sheets like 10 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 10 lakhs. You put into a different table, then you combine into one table. This is the only option because the limitation of Excel or CSV, it's always going to be 10 lakhs, not more than that. Even one row after 10 lakhs also, you cannot import it. That is a limitation. Any other file extension if you have, this is only in extension that supports in MySQL. If you go for other database, maybe it will be supporting XML or maybe it is supporting JSON. So there also limit will be there. Okay, in the real time, if you want to load some data, the maximum limit is always going to be 10 lakhs. Again,
Okay.
as you told, it may not in the real time it's always going to be web application, but due to some POC projects or you want to load some data, maximum you can load 10 lakhs. But still, if it is 20 lakhs, you divide your Excel into two sheets. One sheet you load it to one table, other sheet you load it to one table, combine it, then you can use it.
Okay, Santosh. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So now coming for this, to read the data
Hello.
with respect, yes,
Sorry for
Uh,
yeah,
in XML also there is a limit records number of records.
where?
In XML also there is a restriction
Yes, yes.
like
Any file system, there is always a restriction. If you're going with
okay,
Excel, it is going to be 10 million. If you're going with JSON, maybe I'm not sure with the exact number, or maybe it will be 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, or maybe if you go for XML, JSON, XML, all this will be having a limit. With
okay,
respect to their file format, you will be having a limit.
okay. Actually, I am working in XML only, so that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm not sure on what exactly is size that it can support, but it will have a limit.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. Thank you.
Yeah. So now what I'm doing to read the data, to
Sometimes
read the
how
data. Yes,
data type of columns?
I'm sorry.
How can we check the data types?
I'll come back to that. I'll come back to that. What type of data type it is, I'll come back to that. Okay. We'll go step by
Uh,
step. We'll go step by step.
said, how in that CSV file there are no data types, right? How the system will assign the data types to this
That is what
columns?
when I downloaded it or maybe when I imported it. For example, this was a table. I right clicked it. I went with the table data import wizard and I just clicked I gave the path and I gave the next and I just created a table. Now if you see here, maybe see this is the table. This is a source, this is a column, and it has chosen by default. It has chosen by default like what type of data it is. It has chosen. For example, let me create a new table. Maybe I'll recreate again. Okay, I will drop this table. Okay, I'll go to this table again. I will create a table import wizard. So I click the next. I click the next. See, this is text, this is int, this is double, this is text, this is int. So it has selected, okay. If you want, I can go and change something like if I want something like date, if I want double, if I want binary, I will be able to do it. Okay, here I can change it, but by default, based on the value, this is a text. Okay, this is like it is showing binary, it is showing double with a decimal point, this is an integer. Again you come back, this is a text. So all this has been defined from the Excel or CSV file. Directly it is reading by itself. If I was able to give, I would have given character, I would have given varchar, I would have used integer, I would have used decimal, something I would have used, but directly it is reading from the Excel file. You need not worry. If you go for import method, the import method will actually directly create on itself. It will create on itself. You need not do anything, right? I'll go and load it again.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I'll go and load it again. Show logs, everything imported, no error. I'll go for next. 301 records imported. Can you see here? 301 records imported. Go and see in the Excel. Count it. Forget about the first row. The green line, it's a column. It should be having 301. 301 plus 1 header, it is going to see 302. So that is what is happened here. Okay, I'll finish it. Now if I go and see here, this is a car data that is
Could I tell
available.
you could you please tell, is there any shortcut to view the data types for each and every column as well?
Is there any shortcut?
To see the data types for all the columns of a table.
If you want to see the data type of a column,
Yes, correct.
yeah, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. Now I've just loaded it. Okay, still I've not explored this table. Still I have not explored this table. Okay, first I've loaded the data. So if I go and write the select star from car data, I'm going to get everything. I'm going to get everything. Okay, now in order to go and read a selected column, like I want only this, I want only this, or I want only this, instead of star, I will write car name, year, and selling price, like whichever column I need. I will go and select this. I will go and select this. I will be getting 1, 2, 3. 3 columns only. Okay, now what I will do, if it was a Excel, right? If it was Excel, right? Directly I can go and filter whichever year I want. If I go and put a filter, like I want only 2007 records, I will get only in 2007 only 2 cars were possible, like it was sale. If you go for 2009, I had only 5 or 6 cars. So if I want to put a restriction, or maybe if I want to restrict the data, I will be going with something called filter. I will be selecting the filter, and in the filter I will go and apply this. I will get that. Very important. If I want to have selected rows, this is all rows. Row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I want selected rows, if I want to filter the record, selected rows, I can call it as a selected rows. I can call it as a filter rows. Okay, how to do it is very, very important. Select star from car data. If you want to filter it, you have to write a where condition. Select star from car data where what I've selected, year equal to 2009. Just type year equal to 2009. I was running only till year. Select star from car data. Now I am going to write select star from car data where year equal to 2009. If I run this, I will be getting only 2009 records. This entire record will match to this. Desire. First one is desire. Corolla Altis, it seems. So Corolla Altis, Royal Enfield Classic, Royal Enfield Classic, Honda City, Honda City, Honda City, Honda City. Here what I did, I just selected the year in an Excel. Okay, this is 2008. It starts with SX4, Bajaj Pulsar, Suzuki Access, Activa 3G. Something is there. If I want 2008 record, just go and write 2008. Very important, it's called where condition. You are filtering the rows. To filter the columns, what you did, instead of star, I gave the column names. It got filtered as a column wise, but this is a row wise. If I want to select star from the car data, like if I'm reading the car data and if I'm reading with respect to a condition, I have to go and give where condition. Where condition is very important because you can actually filter the records. You can actually filter the records. So this is for selecting rows. So you just see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cards are available. Same 7 cards I can see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you tell me, I am your client. I am your client. Okay, I am asking you a question. Hey, can you give me all 2008 sales car? Simple. What you will do? You will go and write a select star from car data where year equal to 2008. Just see whatever records you're getting, show it to the client. Simple. That is all it is. You're going to answer the client's question. The client may come up and tell, hey, I want to see 2010 records. Just go and change it. Whatever data you're getting, everything you're going to get 2010 records only. The client may ask 2010, the client may ask 2012, the client may ask 2014. You are the only person who knows SQL, who can query it, you know the language, you can interact with it, you can get the record. Very simple. So this is going to be to select rows, or maybe I can call it as a filter rows. You have to write a where condition. You have to go and get where condition. Okay, there is one more requirement now. There is one more requirement in the Excel. Okay, you have the year. Maybe I'll go and check 2010 year. In the 2010 records, maybe in the 2010 cars, I need client is asking in 2010, give me the list of cars only with petrol vehicle. Give me the records which is having year and it is having a petrol car. So I will uncheck this, I will click this petrol and I will select this. These are the only petrol car. Maybe if petrol is too much, we'll give on diesel. So if I give diesel, only 4 vehicles are available in the 2010, that is completely diesel car. Okay, so this one, what did I do here? I applied a filter on the year, I applied a filter on the fuel type, and I selected diesel. I've got it. How many cars? 4 cars. But if I want to do it, with respect to my SQL, what I will do this time, to select rows on multiple condition. Is anyone having any question? I can see one of you have unmuted yourself. To select rows on multiple condition. Only year was there, but here what I've done, along with the year, I've also selected the fuel type as a diesel. So what I will do, how many cars is coming? 4 cars is coming. So what I will write, listen, select star from car data where year equal to 2010, and okay, and fuel type equal to diesel. I will be writing and fuel type equal to diesel. First thing is I filtered with respect to 2010. I filtered with respect to diesel. There are 4 vehicles. This 4 vehicles I have to get it from this record. I am getting 4 records. Fortuner, Land Cruiser, Fortuner I-20. Fortuner, Land Cruiser, Fortuner I-20. These are the 4 cars in the 2010 having as a diesel vehicle. Same thing, I've got it here. So this is to select the rows, maybe one condition. This is on multiple condition. I am using and. First check this and check this. Okay, so this is how you can filter it. Suppose you don't like everything, like I don't want to display everything. The client is concerned only on the car name. Very simple. Instead of star, go and give car name. Instead of car, go and see car name. Done. Only car name. Okay, so what we have seen so far, we have seen the select command, we have seen where condition, okay, and also we have seen and condition, all the keywords which I'm explaining, and condition, and also there was a star if you want a star or if you want a selected columns. Selected columns. This is what we have seen. Okay, now client is just asking, hey, we loaded the data, right? You go and you click the data, right? So did the load happen properly? Did the load happen properly? How do I check? When I go here, when I don't put any filter, I'm getting records as 302. Forget about the first one. It is going to be header. Okay, but the total records is 301. The client is asking, no need to show me the data, just check whether if the data is loaded properly, or I can clearly tell, give me the count of number of records. Give me the count of the number of records. What you will do, go to your SQL, type here to get count of the record, or to see, maybe to get the count of records. What you will write, always write this first query, select star from table. Make a practice of writing this. Okay, then you alter however you want. Okay, now what is happening, instead of star, you give it as count of star. Count is a function readily available in SQL, which will give us total count of the table. Okay, I will go and run this. 301 records is been present. I am not seeing the data like car name, year, selling price, cost price, sorry, selling price, present price. I'm not seeing that, but I'm seeing the total count of the records which is present here. Clearly this is matching. This 301 is been matching with this 301. This is a count. I can use the function called count. Okay, so just go here. Suppose client is asking, in 2018 or 15, how many cars were there? How many cars is there? The moment I filter it out, it is showing here 61 of 301 records found. That means 2015 there are 61 cars. The moment I taken the filter, it is showing me here left side bottom table. Try to zoom it and see 61 of the 301 records selected. Now if I want to see here, client is again asking me only the count, nothing else. If he's asking me the data, I will give star, but the client is asking only the count. Just write select count of star from car data, and basically what is happening, year equal to 2015. Right, where condition, year equal to 2015. So here you are getting the total count of a car data. Here you are getting only for 2015 cars. What is the count of the car? Just click here, you will get 61 records. So this 61, you can clearly match it with this 61. Very simple. Suppose I don't want 2016, I want with respect only 2010. I'll get 15 records are there. 15 cars was present in 2010. Just check. I'll copy paste it again. So this time I will run with 2010. What is the count? 15 cars. matching. It's matching. Okay, so this is how I can get the count. Yes.
If I want 2010 and 2015 at a time.
Yeah, we'll go to that. We'll go to that. Next is what that we are going to do it. Okay, now since we have given this count from the car data where year equal to 2015 and we have gone to a year with respect to 2010. Okay, this is all I'm checking year by year, like 1 year, 1 year, 1 year. This is a requirement now. I need multi-select. For example, I need 2009, I need 2010. Very simple in Excel. Just select this 9 and 10. With 9 and with the 10, for example, I select only 9 now. In 9, I'm having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cars is being present in 2009. If you select 2010, 15 cars was there. In 2010, 15 cars was there. So my result with respect to 2009 and 2010 total, it is having 6 cars plus 15 cars. Total it is having 21 cars. 21 cars. Okay, how do you get this? Just go and write one more select. You just go and write one more 9 and this one you run it. You are getting 6 records. So basically you can tell this is 6 and this is 15. But do you think this is the best way to do it? Why are you writing 2 queries? One you're writing for 2010, one you're writing for 2009. What did I do here? I just selected multi-select. I just selected multi-select 2009 and 2010. So how can I do it in SQL now is, before that I will mention one more command which we have learned, count. Okay, which we have learned one more is count. So now what I will do here, I will go and write select star from car data where year is there. Okay, instead of writing equal to means always remember checking only one value. Here equal to this means it is checking for the year 2015. If it is checking for the year 2010, it will be equal to. If you are checking for 2009, again it will be equal to. But here I want 2 years. What I will do is where year in I will write and I'll put a bracket and I will write 2009 comma 2010. That is all it is. Instead of equal to, I am giving in condition. If I give in condition, it is going to check within this, whatever it is there, you take it. 2009 is there, you take it. 2010 is there, you take it. Now if I go and run this statement, you will get the records only which is in 2009 and 10 only, nothing else. You will never see anything else. Only 1 year means I was giving the equal to symbol, but if I want with respect to 2 years, I will give something called in condition. In condition is used to check multiple values. It is used to check multiple values. Okay, now for me, what is the requirement? I'm not worried about cars. I'm worried about count of how much I should get. I have to get 21 cars. Let us see, I'll get this 21 cars. Simple. Suppose client is telling, hey, I want 2008, 9, 10. I want 8, 9, 10. 21 cars will now become 28 cars because 28 cars consist of 2008, 2009, 2010. All 3 years data I am having. If I go on include that, just include 2008 as well. Answer should be 28 cars. As per the Excel, 28 cars. 28 cars. Okay, problem comes now. Client says 2007. I will do it. Still I will do it. Though it's frustrating for me, I will do it. Again client task. 2006, 2005, 2004, 2003, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014. I need from 2003 to 2014. 154 cars is coming from 2003 to 2014. Do you think now I will add it? 2003,
No.
comma 4, comma 5. Oh, as and
Between
then, yeah, as and then the data is increasing. I will be frustrated to write the hard-coded values. I'll be frustrated to write hard-coded values. So I'll become like, I'll feel that, okay, client is asking one time. Do you think keep on adding? One is fine, equal to. If it is more than one, give us in condition. Maximum 3 I can give. 4 also I can give. What is if keep on asking? I need 2000. I need 2003. I need 2004, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is going on, going on, going on. Do you think every time I will hard code it? Option is there. I can do it, but I have better than this. There is a query better than this. Okay. So before that, I will go and mention one in condition. So we have learned select, we have learned where, we have select and, we have select the count. We have seen in. In is basically for multiple value check. Multiple value check. Okay. Now what I will do? Now I will go and write it in a different way. As I told again, every time you start with the skeleton, you start with like this. You start like this. Select start from car data. Okay. After that, what is the requirement? You go and do it. Whether the client is asking a selected column or is asking some condition, go and do it. Okay. Now the requirement was very simple. Requirement was very simple. From 2003, I need till 2013. 14, 15, 16, 17, which I don't want, but I want with respect to 2013. I want with respect to 2008. Sorry, 2003. What I will do? 116 records are there. What I will do? Select star from car data where year. I cannot write equal to symbol because it's not 1 year. I cannot write in condition because I can't keep on adding here. There is an option like we have something called between. We have option like between. So between 2003 and 2013. So basically it is going to be 2003 and 2013. What is the I'm sorry, what is the line number 37 tell is get all the record from the car data where the year it is whichever is in between 2003 and 2008 you give it. If I was writing an in condition, I would have written 2003, 4, 5, 2006, 7, 8, 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13. I would have written all the 10 years like this, which is not, not going to do it. There is an option called between. Between this and this, I can get it. If I go and run this, I have to get all the tables, whatever records which I'm getting, everything will be 2003 and 13 only. Okay, but I'm not concerned with this. I don't want to see the record, but I want to see the count. Just replace the star with count. What should be the count? 116. 116 is the count of cars from 2003 to 2013. Let's verify. 116. 116. So what I've done is I've used, instead of in condition, I've used between. Okay, so there's one more way to do it. There's one more way to do it. What I will do is select count of star from car data car data where year, okay, here I given what equal to symbol. Okay, now I will write as where year greater than 2003 and year less than 2013. Will this work? I've just rewritten the line number 39. Will this work?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go and check. Let's go and check. Before that, I will count this. This is 116.
This will not work.
It will not work. Why?
No, because it is not inclusive of 2013, 2013, 2003 and 2013. It is not equal to, right?
Okay, that's fine. Okay, but I'm not asking about the count, but whether the query is correct or not.
No, query is also we need to use the equal to symbol to match with the previous one.
You're telling I have to use like equal to symbol.
Yeah, greater than equal to.
Okay, you're telling the query itself will require this.
Yeah.
Okay, we will just check. Okay, so this 116 is something which I have to get it. If I run this, the same thing I'll try to implement it with respect to this now. Select count of star from car data where year is greater than 2003 and year is less than 2013. I will just go and run it. I am getting 81 cars. Why I'm getting 81 cars? Because this year is not included. This year is not included because it is greater than 2003. This is less than 2003. This year and this year is not included. So if I go and put it in Excel, let's not include 2003. Let's not include 2013. 81 cars. 81 cars is the answer. That is what I'm getting here. But the options which I'm doing is just I'm giving the greater symbol and less than symbol. So that is the reason this and this is not included. Okay, but if I want to include this both the years, you just go and change it with respect to greater or equal to or less than or equal to. Greater or equal to or less than or equal to. If I give this year also will be included, this year also will be included because it is telling greater than 2000 and it is equal to 2003. That means both the condition it will just check. Now if I go and write 116 is the data which I am getting for this record, which is 100% correct. Between also gave me 116. This is also giving me 116. It's your wish. If you want to go ahead and use in condition, you write all the years 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If you want to write between, you write between. But if your client is telling, I want between 2003 and 2013, okay, without including that year, which one you will use? You will go with between or you will go with this one? Try to understand my question. I want to get between 2003 and 13, excluding 3 and 13.
We will use 43 option, like greater than, less than.
Yes, but without an equal symbol. Without an equal symbol, I will be using. If the client is asking me, can you give me the number of cars between these 2 years without including that year, means go for greater or lesser. If client is asking, including that, go for between. Again, in also is possible, but you have to keep on hard coding it. But this way, these 3 options, I can use it and I can get the result. Okay, so far whatever we have seen, we have loaded the data, we have read the data, we have read it, the selected columns, we have implemented with the equal to symbol, like we are checking the equal condition, multiple condition, count, we have seen the count of the records, how much count of the cars are available, we have seen the in condition, we have seen the between condition, we have seen the greater or less than. Any questions so far? Any questions so far?
Hello.
Yes.
Like in the count, we are getting only columns count, right? So to get a only we are getting rows count, right?
I'm sorry.
No, in the count we are getting only total number of rows count. So to get column counts.
Column count. See, the total records is important. But structure is not important for me. Like already, this is a structure: car name, year, selling price, and I have till here it. Why you need column count? It's already 9. You already know it. Business know it. Everyone know it. But the record is important. No one is going to ask you, tell me column count. Like what are the columns? Cobble is already defined. Structure is defined. You're storing the data. But my concern here is only important. It's possible to get, but you will see in the later part. At this point of time, the client is interested only with number of cars. In this year, what is a car? So no one, the client is not going to ask, in this car, what are the description you have, whether you have a selling price or you have a present price, whether the owner is there, how many columns you have. That is all given by him only. So he knows it, but he will be concerned about his business. His business is 2010, how many cars? 2012, how many cars? That is what he is concerned about. The count of star gives you the record of the rows, how much rows it is present, that it is going to give.
Sir, between 2 years, I want to know the car names which are used petrol. Is it possible?
Yes, you can do it. What you can do it? Just go here. Okay. Select the count. You are telling I need 2003 and 2018. I'm sorry. I'll go with between. It's very simple. I'll use between. So after using between, you are telling one more condition I want. So first I will select 2003 to 13. So 2003 to 2013. How many cars are there? 116 cars are there. You're getting 116 cars? 116 cars. Along with this, you're telling one more condition. I need petrol car or diesel car. Maybe you're asking petrol car. 97 cars. From 116, it has to come to 97. Very simple. What did I told for multiple condition? Just go and add and condition. So just go and write and condition. So write after this and condition, and here you write petrol. That's all. 97 cars should come. 97 cars. Suppose you are interested with diesel. What is the total diesel cars present in specific year? 118 cars. Just 18 cars. Just go and say type diesel. 18 cars will come. 18 cars. Suppose you don't want to see count. I want to see the records. Give star. Suppose I want only car name. You only car name. Simple. Everything is simple. You have to keep on writing the proper combination. You already learned and symbol. So and is something like multiple condition. This is year and this is and. So I'll be getting multiple condition. These are all 18 cars available with respect to diesel cars from 2003 to 2018. Clear?
Hello.
Yes.
One more query. Suppose there is a data which contains from 1980 to 2020 for a total of 40 years. So if the client needs only the client needs random years, random years of 20 years. There in that scenario, do we need to use in conditions? Do we need to enter all the years manually?
So basically you're telling 2003 I want, 2005 I want, 2000. Okay, so that is the option. Between will not work. Even greater or less than a symbol will not work because you have to exclude 2004, you have to exclude 2011. Some years you want to exclude. I would say best option is in condition. You can give whichever, for example, you want 2011 and you want 2013. You don't want 2012 or maybe you want 2015. If this is the case, you can go and write in condition. If you put greater symbol, 2012 also will be counted. That is the advantage of in condition. You specify whichever value you want, only that you will get.
But even if you need 20 years, when we need to enter all the 20 years manual itself.
Yes, because it's a selected years, right? Selected values. You can write it using between also, but you have to write multiple conjunctions. I'll show you. We are still at the beginning level. We are just at the beginning level. We will see that how to write a complex, how to write some subqueries, how to write some. We will see going forward. We will see write complex. We are at this basic level now.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Now we have seen this. Now we have seen this. Okay. We have something like a star equal to greater symbol, less than symbol, where condition and condition count in between. Everything we have seen it. Very important. Very important. Please remember this. This is most of the time you will be writing this code. Okay. Even in next 30 to 40 minutes, maybe 50 minutes, I will be logging to my system client machine. The first query which I'll be going and writing is the same thing. Okay, very important. It is called group by function. Okay, very important, group by function. So I am telling most of the time you will use this in the real time. If you don't know to write a group by function, maybe you will not be an SQL developer. Okay, I will tell you why it is required. Okay, so next 10 minutes, please concentrate. We are going to we'll see only this. Okay, but please remember, this is one of the very important query you will be doing in the real time. Lot of confusions you will get it with respect to write. People are like struggling to write a group by function. I take lot of interviews every day. The first question I'll be asking is, how do you write a group by function? People fail to answer because some of them will buy it and come, some of them will write randomly try it. They are not able to solve it. Okay, I will explain in a very simple way. Try to concentrate for next 10 minutes. The next 10 minutes, if you concentrate, you will never ever forget group by. That guarantee I can give you. Okay, now the first question is, why you need a group by is very simple. I will take this car data. Okay, I will write count and I will write year equal to 2003. What does it will give? It is going to give count of cars present in 2003. 2 cars are present. 2 cars are present. Immediately client is asking, oh, 2 cars are present. Huh? Okay, tell me what is the count present in 2003? Oh, sorry, 2004. What do you have to do? Again, I have to copy paste this. Again, I have to copy paste it. I will give 2004. I will run this. 1 car is present. Again is going to ask 2005. Number of cars present in the year 2005. 4 cars. 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. Keeps on asking each and every time. 4 counts, 4 records are, 4 cars have been present here. 2006, 2007. 2 cars. 2008. 7 cars. 2009, 6 cars. Oh my God. From 2003 to 2009, if the client is keep on asking count, I have to write query 7 times. For checking from 2003 to 2009, I have to write 7 lines. Do you think it's good way to do it? Every time he keeps asking, I have to copy paste it. I have to keep on adding it. What I will do to solve this problem, let us go and use something called group by. Every time I can't keep on writing a code, what I will do, I will copy paste this now again. Listen, I'm copy pasting this again without writing a where condition.
Santosh wants to know about. So anyway, the data above data is like continuous, right? 2003 to 2009. Still we can use between.
Here you're asking. See, he's asking every single year, one by one. In 2003, how much? 2004. He did not ask total. If you ask total, you can go for this. From 2003 to 2018, totally how many cars were there? You can go for this. That is what my requirement. Requirement was every year how many cars. In 2003, there were 2 cars. 2004, it was 1 car. 2005, it was 4 cars. You understood the problem?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. What I will do, in order to write this count, I have written 6 line of code or maybe 7 line of code in order to answer. The answers is this one. 2 cars, 1 car, 4 car, 4 car, 2 car, 7 car, 6 car. This is the answer which I am actually using it, or maybe I am getting it, but I have to write 7 lines of code. Okay, I got frustrated with my client. Hey, you keep on asking something. What do I do? Do you think every time I have to keep on writing a code? That is what I ask client question. The client will tell you, give me an effective way. Why I'm going to ask you again and again? You give me the complete record. Why will I go and ask you? Okay, now this is a code. Now I've removed this where condition and I will write before this count. I will write year comma count. Very simple. I was just taking count. Now I will add like I need year. For that year, you give me the count. Okay. And remember, this is very important. This all functions, if you see, this is count is there. Okay. So we have count, we have sum, we have minimum, we have maximum, we have average. All these are called aggregate functions. All these are called aggregate function. Count is an aggregate function, sum is aggregate function, minimum is aggregate function. See, aggregate is what? Taking count, completely count, summing up, that becomes sum. Taking a minimum, maximum, all this becomes an aggregate function. So whenever you're using an aggregate function in a select code, before that you write any normal column name, you have to always write it as group by that column. Mandatory step. It's like a thumb rule. This is an aggregate function. Before this aggregate function, you want with respect to year, each and every year. You can't always keep on writing all these years. So what I will do, count of star, before that I will write an year, and whenever you are writing a column name with respect to aggregate function, always you have to write group by year. Now if I run this, 2005, 4 cars coming. 2006, 4 cars coming. 2007, 2 cars coming. 2008, 7 cars. Coming 2009, 6 cars. Where is 2009? Yeah, 2009, 6 cars. Even after that also I'm getting 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, everything I'll just go and give this to my client, telling that take it, do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. This is a year, this is the count. Tomorrow if you ask, till he has asked till where? He has asked till 2009. Tomorrow he asks 2015. You don't write this code. Go and get it from this Excel. Where is this 2015? 61 cars. This is your answer. With one code only I got everything. Rather than you writing multiple times, like every time, I have used something called group by. Group by is going to group by every year and it is going to give the count. But always remember, whenever you are using count function, or maybe something like if you want to go for aggregate function, before that you add anything, you have to write the group by function. You have to write the group by function. If I don't write here, this is not required. You will get the total count, 301 count. But I want with respect to each and every year, give year comma count. But remember, whenever I give year comma count, whatever column I am adding here in the select code, obviously you have to go and write group by year. You have to write group by year, because this is something I have to group it with respect to each and every year. What is the count I am going to give? So if I just go and write this, I will get each and every year. I will get it. If you don't believe me, you can always go and check. This is 2014. What is the total record present in 2014? 38. 38 cars was present. Suppose 2013. How many cars were present in 2013? 33. Rather than you writing like this, you write a group by function. It is going to group it. You got it. 2014 it was 38 cars. 2013 it was 33 cars. You give everything. 19, 18, 17, 15, 18, 15, 16, 9, everything you gave. Let them take whatever they want. He will never come back again for your question. He will never again come back with the question, because you have given everything at one stretch. That stretch is given by group by code. Using group by, I am able to get everything with respect to every year. Any question?
Santosh, you mean by using group by function, we can reduce the, we can avoid the repetitive queries, right? Which are same queries, but are repetitive, we can avoid this.
You can put it in that way as well, but what I am saying is it is grouping by the year and it is giving the count for each and every year. You can put it in that way as well, but what I am telling is I am giving everything at once. I am giving every count with respect to every year at once, and I'm making my work easier.
Yeah, this example is good, but could you please explain any other possible scenario in this table only by using group by?
Sure. I'll explain that. Okay, this is a basic level. Okay, once you go on to the advanced data, definitely I'll be explaining that as well. This is just for the purpose of understanding group by. Okay, I'll explain that. Going forward, you will be seeing a lot of group by code. But if you have understood this, then only we can move forward, or else this always will become like a mystery if you don't understand group by.
Thank you, Santosh.
Yeah. Has everyone understood?
Yeah, one more. Will it throw error when we use select year, comma, count from car data itself without using group by year?
See, it will not throw an error, but it may not work properly. Okay, it may not work properly. Sometimes it may work or sometimes it may not work depending on the database. In MySQL it may work, in Oracle it may not work, in PostgreSQL it may not work. So rather than checking as an error, keep it as like a thumb rule. If you are writing a aggregate function, this is my aggregate function, and if I'm adding any other column, 100% I have to write like a group by. Always remember this. Okay, it may throw error, it may not throw error depending on the data. Okay, for example, now in this, maybe I will not write it. Maybe I will not write it. What happened? Do you think it is correct? This is correct, total count. But do you think 2014, what was in 2014?
38.
Is it correct? Some weird results you give. That is why I'm telling thumb rule, thumb rule, thumb rule. Any aggregate function you write, any aggregate function, before that you write by any column, for sure go and write group. See, your data is completely messed up. 2014 only 38 cars are there, and you are telling me 301 cars. That's all it is. Client will assume, okay, in 2014 I've got 301, and you'll start talking about business. End of the day, you will be fired. You are giving a wrong data. A simple mistake, I did not write a group by. So it is taking me complete count, but it took me only the first year, but I want respect to all the year, group by year. 2014, 38 records. So what is your conclusion from your question? It's like a thumb rule. Any aggregate function, before that, any column I add, I have to add something like, group by.
Is it only for aggregate functions only?
Sorry?
Is it only applicable to only aggregate functions?
Yeah,
Or
that's what I'm doing here, right? So I want to take count. I
any
want
other?
to take count. Like it can be count, it can be minimum, it can be maximum. That we will get back to it. Okay, aggregate functions means not always count. It could be sum, it
Yeah.
could be other things as well, but I will tell you. Okay. Now
Yeah.
one more example. Yeah, one more example. What I will do, the same concept,
Without
the
aggregate
same
function,
without aggregate function.
we can use this group by year.
Okay, let us say I don't use this. Okay, I will use something like car name. Okay, I write year, I write car name, I write group it by year. You are getting, but what is the purpose? What is the use?
Okay, sir.
It's like a normal select query only. You're not adding any aggregate function, but actually the thing is, as I told, right, group by will be used only for aggregate function, only to make sense. Okay, that is the reason. Try to use it whenever you are using aggregate function, else you may get a different results. Just like that, I gave a count of star here. Okay, count of star I gave here.
Okay.
Okay, but I did not write group by. What happened? Weird results I got. 2014 itself, it was 301 records. Who will believe this? So sometimes there could be a problem. There could be a problem. It may not come. So always keep as a thumb rule. Okay, now come back to this. Very simple question I'm asking. In 2014, 38 records are there. Try to understand. If you understand this, group by is, that's all. Simple. Okay, lot of confusions. If you go and browse it, you will be getting a lot of things in understanding group by, but it was like as a beginner it will be very difficult. So try to remember the questions. 2014, 38 cars are there. In this 38 cars, tell me how many cars are diesel car, how many cars are petrol car. Simple requirement. In 2013, 33 cars are there. In this 33 cars, how many cars is a diesel car, how many cars is a petrol car? My requirement, very simple. What I will do, I will copy this, I will write and fuel type equal to petrol. Okay, I will run this. 24 cars. 24 cars. In 2014, out of this 38 cars, 24 cars are petrol car. Now I'll have to check other way as well. I have to write diesel. How many will be there? 38 minus 24. Diesel spelling wrong, I think. 14. 14 cars are there. Out of this 38 cars, which is in the 2014, 28 cars are petrol, 28 cars are diesel. Okay, the same thing I will repeat it for 2015. 45 cars. 45 cars. I'm sorry, it is 2013. We'll show an example of 2013 because 2013 is what I have used here. 2013, 33 cars are there. So if I go and run this, 28 cars. 28 cars are petrol car. So rest 5 will be diesel car. 5 diesel car. To answer this question, how many queries I've written?
4.
4. I have written 4 query, and suppose he asks me again 2015, again 2016, again I have to keep on writing 2 more, 2 more, 2 more, 2 more. This is not the good way of doing it. What I will do now? Where is my code? Group by code. Okay, I went something I deleted, I think. Okay, I'll rewrite it. Select star from car data. This is my first code. Now I will write count of star. I will not write year. Instead I will write year. Rather than writing in the where condition, I will write year. And thumb rule, wherever count is there, go with the whichever column you have added, write group by year. Okay, now if I see here, I'm getting it. Year count. 2014, 38 cars, like 24 plus 14, petrol car, diesel car. 2013, 33 cars, 28 plus 5, petrol and diesel. But I want this as well. Very, very simple. Just go and add fuel type also in the select code. I want with respect to fuel type as well. Just go and add here. Again and again, I'm telling, anything you have written aggregate function, anything you write before that, you have to add it in the group by, write it as year comma fuel type. Before this aggregate function, whatever I've written, the same thing I have to write it here as well. Now if I go and run this, don't you think the first 4, maybe 2014 year and 2014 year, okay, maybe I'll put some where condition as well. I'll put only for 2 years so that you will get to record where year in 2013 comma 2014. Now you tell me the same information. 2014 petrol 24 cars, 2014 petrol 24 cars, 2014 diesel 14 cars, 2014 diesel 14 cars, 2013 petrol 28, 2013 petrol 28, this one, and the last one 2013 diesel for 5, this one. Don't you think the complete 4 lines of code I can get it with respect to only one code? I've just written a where condition. If I don't where condition, for every year I will get 2017, 18, 19, 10, everything I'll be getting. What is a petrol car count? What is a diesel car count? Rather than writing multiple ways, you have to just write. Always remember aggregate function. Before that, whatever column you have, just write group by that column. Okay, I can achieve the records with respect to this group by rather than writing like this. Rather than writing like this, I've used something called like this. I use like this, like group by year. This group by year, the year has to be present here. Year comma count. Now I write it, I'll get that. Every year I will get that. You need additional information, go and add it here. If you add it here, you have to include in the group by as well. Very simple. Are we good with the
So
group by?
basically, after the select, whatever the column names we have to we would like to print on the screen, then we have to write the column names beside the select, right?
Yes. Whichever you are writing in the select code, along with the aggregate function, the column which you have mentioned in the select code has to appear in the group by as well. Here I've added only year, so I've added grouped by year. So if I add only year and fuel type, here also I have to group by fuel and year and fuel type.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. Are we good? Very important. Again and again I'm telling, very important code. Select code, group by, again having is there, we will see that, but very important interview question. I will tell you how they will ask interview questions, everything. Okay, as we move on, you will be seeing more things. But is it clear? Group by is clear. I don't mind even repeating it even 2 to 3 times, but why I'm asking is it's very important. Yes.
Yeah, one basic question. The keyword should be in the blue color, right? And the year is a column. So why it's like select year it's in the blue and why the field type is in the other. Year is a column, right?
Yeah. See, whatever it is in blue color, it is in the it is all keyword. Okay, but while creating the table, when I created the car table or maybe the data which is having this year is also been one of the keyword in MySQL. It is a keyword. Okay, that is the reason it is showing in blue color. Maybe my keyword and my column name both are matching. That's the reason it is showing in blue color. Usually only the keywords will give us a blue color. Why it is showing in blue color, I will tell you. Okay, but as of now, you understand my column name and the keyword both are same. Yeah. Are we good? Group by. Don't forget aggregate function. Before that, any column, put it in a group by. Rather than writing multiple times, everything you can give it at one stretch. Give this to him. Let him do whatever you want. Let him do whatever you want with this. You want 2015, 16, 17, 18. Let him count it. Let him do whatever you want. Okay. So even like 3 years experience, 4 years experience, or even 5 years experience, when I'm taking an interview, they're not able to write a simple group by function. Either they are missing in the select code or they are forgetting to write in the group by. They are not that much confident because they have just read it somewhere. They have just without understanding, they have by-hearted the code and they have come. They are facing the problem. Every day, one person will drill wrong in the group by. Because something they have done it, but they have not understood it. So try to understand and try to solve it, but keep it as like a thumb rule. Keep it as like a thumb rule. Any aggregate function and before that any column, always go and write a group by for that column. If this is done, your problem is solved. I will ask you many questions going forward. I will ask you, you have to guide me to right answers. Okay, so that's all for today. We'll continue in our next class. We have few more. We will learn it. Today we have learned select star equal to greater less than where condition and condition, count in between group by. Few more is there that we will see in the next class. Okay, any questions?
Santosh,
Yeah.
can you please share this Excel sheet to us?
Yeah, actually, like this Excel sheet will be shared. Okay, but going forward, everything will be uploaded to Drive. Okay, the complete session, whatever we are discussing, and the coding, whatever we are seeing, the data set, everything will be uploaded in the Drive. Do you have access to Drive? Are you able to see the recorded sessions?
Till now, whatever the shared in WhatsApp only, I'm getting.
Okay, share your email address with Mahesh. Mahesh will be able to give you access, and you can use this link and you can see n number of times. It is like lifetime validity for you. Any video, any time, any number of times if you want, you can go and see it. Just share your email address with Mahesh. Okay, he will be able to provide you access, and you can access our code, you can access our recorded sessions, you can access our PPTs, whatever PPTs I'm also explaining, everything you'll be able to access. Just share the email address with Mahesh.
Mahesh, already he shared the videos, but Excel sheet doesn't share.
Yeah, today I will give. Today only I've showed you this car data, right? So after this session,
Okay.
I will be uploading this car data to the drive as well. So going forward,
Okay.
whatever has been discussed in the class, everything will be available in the drive.
Okay, Santosh.
Yeah. Okay, if you don't have any questions, we'll meet in the next class.